My grandparents own a property in Poland. It's like this big square of grass and it's got a house in it. And I don't know what it's called in English, but in Polish it's just called a działka. And every summer I go to this property for a holiday, to see my grandparents, to see family, all that stuff. And this property has a gate to it. It has an wooden entrance. One night, my dad was away drinking with his friends, and I was getting worried. And it was during the nighttime, right? So I go outside with my flashlight, and I just kind of stand there in the middle of the property, and it's pitch black. It's like completely dark. I look up, and there it was. For the record, I'm not a fan of supernatural stories. I think they're mostly fake, and honestly, all of them are just kind of just fake videos designed to get clicks on YouTube. And I think that's bullshit. People shouldn't do that. And I've seen a lot of these when I was younger, and it was so blatantly, obviously fake that even my 10-year-old brain knew that this shit was not real. Point is, I'm a really skeptical person. However, that does not change what I saw on that night. So I'm looking up and I see this disc. It's like a gray disc and it's got lights on the bottom of it. Kind of like what the underneath of a stereotypical like cartoon UFO would look like. It's got 5 to 6 lights at the bottom of it. I didn't count them at the time. It was hovering, and in other UFO stories, you hear people talking about the UFOs moving erratically from side to side, like like just moving like that in an unnatural way. This UFO did not move like that. It was just kind of hovering there. And I can actually draw for you what this UFO looked like. So here are trees. Imagine these are trees. This is, the top part of the tree. Yeah, so more trees here, more trees. And then the UFO looked something like this. It was definitely gray or metallic, and the lights were just white, but I'll use green to make it stand out. It had like 5 to 6 lights on it, like I said. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they were kind of aligned in this circle. And the UFO, it was moving like this. It was just kind of hovering, above the trees. And then after a while, I'm, looking at it, staring at it with my bare eyes. I'm pinching myself to make sure it's not a dream. I'm actually hurting myself. I'm rubbing my eyes. I'm looking away, then looking back. Nothing's changed. It's still there. It's still moving like this, and it's still. It was bizarre to me. This is the most supernatural thing I have ever seen in my life. I don't care if you believe me, but I just really want to share this story. Then after a while of staring at it, it was just kind of hovering about, and then it kind of zoomed off at a supernatural pace, right? And I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking this was a drone, right? Or you made a mistake. It's a helicopter or a plane. Couldn't have been a helicopter. It didn't make a sound, and there wasn't any blades. But to be fair, I wouldn't be able to see any blades anyway during the night, so that makes sense. But there was no sound. If it was a helicopter, there would have been a sound. Second of all, it was big. It was clearly far away, like really far away. But it was sizable. It was quite big, and that's how I know it wasn't just a drone, because drones are tiny. And then a plane, come on, planes don't stand still. And when it zoomed away, it was so fast. Like it was like, bro, like maybe a little slower than that. But point is, it was far away, and it was going at speeds beyond what is humanly possible with traditional aircraft, or at least that's what we think. It's highly possible that there's some technology that is hidden from us, or that is, reserved for military purposes. This was the most unreal experience in my life. This is the first time I had visually experienced something with my own eyes, something supernatural, something that can't be explained. And it's up to you whether you believe me or not. This is a story that really means a lot to me, and I just really wanted to share it with you guys today. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Goodbye.